Yes,
Hi,
we're
everyone.
recording.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Thanks for coming bright and early on Friday morning.
Yes,
End of
thank
the
you.
week.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited.
Okay, the recording looks like it's working. That's awesome. Okay,
You
so
are being recorded.
yeah.
If you want to not be on the recording, you can keep your video off and change your name if you want it to remain anonymous.
Yes. Thank you for saying that, Jenny.
No problems. No problems.
Yeah. So, well, welcome everyone to the Peer Leadership Forum. So over the next hour, we're going to be sharing some important details about the next 2 days, and just kind of going over what it's going to look like. And you get to hear from us, your lovely hosts, I guess. I don't know what term we are, but yeah, we're good to hear from us. But first of all, I would like to invite Brianna. She's going to be doing the territory acknowledgement and just sharing with us. So I'd like to invite Brianna to speak, if you would be so kind, Brianna, with the wonderful background.
Asquaito, good day, and Haichkastium Sage. Asium Siayat Nishtalacha, Asium Siayat Nishwalakwa, Haichkastium Niquilia here, Haichkastium Laquangantanga, Wisinich, Asa Faeklia, Hinitsa Songis, Hinitsa Kokokyok, and me in Swiss. So essentially what I said was, thank you, Sage. I squaichel, which is good day in Makwangin. I raise my hands and say thank you to everyone here, our honored guests, community, family members. Recognize those who are matriarchs, our elders, our leaders in their own communities. I recognize those who are here today in our online format. The name given to me by my family is Saehliat, which loosely translates to older sister, while one of my younger sister carries the younger sister name. My ties to these lands are through my father's side of the family, which is Lahihilat, Skip Dick, my grandma Linda Dick, and my dad, Samet, David Dick. And then I've been blessed to also have roots and ties to the Kwakwaka'wakw Nimgis people up in Alert Bay through my mom's family, which my roots to that side of my family is Norman Seaweed, the late Beverly Williams, and my mom, Hatwina Pulakwa, Leslie Seaweed. And then I always like to have a little chuckle because my uncle, he always said, I'm a meme in Swiss at the end, just for a little chuckle for people. And for me, I have that little bit of Swiss too from my grandma Linda's side. I'm really honored to be able to open up your leadership forum and just start in a good way, because I know, especially through COVID times, it's been very difficult to not be able to be around everyone, to not be able to hug and be in community like we're used to. It's been difficult, I can say that, and that I really recognize everyone for being able to still give back to community in the way that you can, because I know the teachings that have been shared with me through my grandpa and my mom and my dad and my family is that it takes a community to look after a community. And that's essentially what we do day in and day out. And that sometimes we feel low because we can't be there because of COVID, but you're doing the best that you can. And that I hope each and every one of you can realize that, and that especially with the urban setting that we're in, a lot of people may feel that disconnection, and that when I do welcomes especially, it's my way to not only follow the protocols that we've had for hundreds and thousands of years, but it's my way to honor each and every one of you for the journeys that you've taken, because with this protocol, it was typically us waiting by the water to see our relatives come ashore. And now in this day and age, we all come from different walks of life, from different communities, different lands and territories that unfortunately we may not have connections to. And it's my honor to invite each and every one of you here to be able to ground yourself on this land, but to also remind you to do it in a good way with a good heart and good mind, which it'll come to you if you don't know what that is right now. And to remind you to also speak kindly to yourself and others in this time, to take the time, if you're able to just go outside for 5 minutes and breathe in that fresh air, because nature, even in a city setting, is still around us. And that I remember an elder I used to work with, who used to walk around our workplace, and he would see different people and be like, you need to go outside, go hug a tree, and then you can come back. And it was like the silliest thing to all of us. And then because he would literally take us outside to go hug the tree that was in front of our building. And he's like, just stay there, take 5 deep breaths. And we did. And then sure enough, we just regrounded ourselves, and we're like, okay, it's not that silly. It's actually something I needed. Thank you. And so I just really want to encourage you to get out to nature if you can, reground yourself, or if you're not able to at least splash your face with cold water to reground yourself in that way. Because when you're feeling heavy or sad, that's normally what I do when I'm inside, is that I just splash my face with some water to remind myself I'm still here, I'm okay, I can ground myself in this good way, and use the medicines that you have for you. And so I just really want to raise my hands and say hi to each and every one of you who is here, and that I hope with this form that you have, that you're able to give something, but also take something back with you, and to just feel your heart whole again. And so welcome to the Lekwungen speaking people's territory, the place to smoke herring of the Songhees and the Esquimalt Nation. I raise my hands to these territories. I also raise my hands to my relatives in the Wasanich territories. And I also just want to recognize my relatives who are also close by from the Tasuk Nation, as well as Malahat, and honor anyone who may be away from their territory right now. I invite you to be here and welcome you. So, Haitchkasium, thank you so much for allowing me to open your event.
Thank you so much, Brianna. That was really beautiful, and I really appreciate the words of connecting to nature and connecting and remembering to take someone as well as give. So thank you very much. And I just want to say, like, we are so grateful to be here and be doing this awesome forum, hopefully, on these lands. And yeah, I just so excited. I'm going to be sharing my screen, and I hope this is working. It's looking weird there. Oh, I'm going to be sharing my screen, and I encourage you to, if you know the territory that you're on, I know like some people might be joining us from other areas. If you want to put that in the chat, we would really appreciate that. And I just want to say that we can connect in these ways. So so thank you so much. And yeah, if you know where you're coming from, if you want to put that in the chat, we would love that. And there'll be opportunities to do this throughout the forum as well. So if you're attending another session and you don't know, but maybe you learn and want to put it in another session, please go ahead and feel free to do so. I guess I guess I should introduce myself, and then I'll ask Jenni to introduce herself. And then we're going to be sharing a little bit about just like what the next 2 days are going to look like, and just give you an idea of what to kind of expect. I really appreciate everybody being here bright and early on this, well, I almost said Sunday, on this Friday. So thank you so much. Yes, thanks, Jenni. Thanks, Jenni, for putting where you're living and coming from. So hi, everybody. My name is Sage. My pronouns are she, her. I also live on the Lekwungen speaking territory of the Esquimalt and Songhees First Nations. Originally, I come from I guess I'm not exactly sure what it would be considered, but originally I come from like Treaty 8 territory in Alberta. I am originally, I came into this work, I have a background in facilitation, and I came into this work not really sure like what my next steps were going to be, and I just knew that I really wanted to connect more with community and feel like I was doing work that was actually like no, doing work that was meaningful and felt like holistic, and felt that it was something that was regenerative. And yeah, so I am thankfully found out about the Peer Power Project and got to be a part of it. I'm one half of the project, and I'm really grateful because the experience that I know I've had, and I know that Jenni has had, has definitely been a very good one. It's been very, I would say, life-changing. Sorry, I'm getting like weirdly emotional. So yeah, thank you for coming, and I'm going to turn it over to Jenni, and she can introduce herself, and she's going to talk a little bit about the project, and then yeah, we will talk more about this weekend. And so thank you. Jenni, take it away.
Thanks, Sage. I appreciate that heartfelt welcome. Thank you, Brianna, for opening us up so wonderfully and welcoming everyone with open arms. It has definitely helped to ground me here right now. So my name is Jenni, and my pronouns are she and her. My role with the Peer Power Project has been a peer educator, and it's the first time I've taken on a role where I've identified myself as a peer, and it's been quite a journey. So I identify as someone with lived experience of addiction. I know what it is like to develop and live with an addiction, and also recover from one through the use of psychedelic plant medicine. So those experiences have very largely defined my experience and my life. And that is why I'm here today. So while I do have some shared experience of what stigma can be like, and stigma from family and friends, and loss of sense of myself and whatnot through my process, I also recognize I have a lot of privilege, and I haven't had to experience chronic homelessness or chronic trauma and marginalization in some ways of the people that we have worked with. So I've had limited knowledge in the work as well. I've learned a ton, though, from the people that we've worked with, the participants and collaborators of this project, which have really helped me to welcome more of myself and welcome my identities past and present. I'm wondering if there's anyone that is here who has been part of this project, has collaborated with us so far, and part of the workshop series or otherwise.
Karen's here and Carrie's here. I know, I saw you.
Yes, I think maybe if there's anyone else we're missing, then please let us know. But yeah, definitely Karen and Terry, like huge thanks to you both for making this experience very positive and supportive and welcoming Sage and I to the community, and letting us know about your expertise and being vulnerable to share that with us, and have such a meaningful and really heartfelt connection, which just feels right. Really, I think that if I could sum up this project, what I've felt is like it just feels right. I mean, there's been things that haven't, and we've learned from them too. But overall, it's been a very, very positive experience. If Karen or Terry, you want to speak to your experience in the project, feel free in the chat or here. And if not, we'll
Well, I
just
can speak on a little bit about it. I didn't really participate as much as I'd like to have, but it was great to follow your project, and from what I understand, it's been very successful, and it's been great to have the both of you on. And I'm hoping that we can continue working somehow. You know, there's other things that maybe you can continue on with your work, because it's nice to see your passion, and you bring a lot to the to the West Shore and to AVI, and it's been a great experience for me. Participate as much as possible. Like I say, I would like to participate a little bit more, but I'm hoping in the future that we can collaborate on stuff, and that more will, you know, hopefully this is just the beginning. Very important work, and I'm just always amazed at the great people that I meet and that are involved in this, the compassion and experiences that people bring, and the honesty. It's sure nice in this world where honesty seems to be in short supply. And it's great to work with great people, and I couldn't be happier. And I thank you both for the experience, and I thank you both for the great work that you've done so far. And I'm sure the work that you do in the future is going to be just as great. So thank you. And I'm honored to be here today, and I'm looking forward to the forum. I might not be able to have commitments tomorrow. I'm not sure how much I can join tomorrow, but I'll be as much as I can. I'll be here today and as much as possible tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to this rest of the day and as much as tomorrow, and keep up the good work. And could be happy working with great people like both of you. So thank you.
Aww.
Have a great day.
Thank
Have a
you.
good forum.
Thank you so much, Terry.
Thanks, Terry.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. It feels good. Yeah. Terry was here. Really, it feels kind of like full circle, because he was working with us a lot at the beginning to help get us in line with the project. And now he's here at the end. So that's kind of cool. Yes, thank you. Thanks for adding that Yeah, so we did some focus groups to help develop the content of 2 workshop series that we led. We did it mostly through Zoom, which was definitely a learning experience for a lot of us. We met, it was a 6-week workshop series, both times. And now we are here at our forum, and some of the people that we've connected with through the workshop series will be here presenting or participating in other ways. So thank you again to everyone that collaborated with us.
Yeah. Thank you, Jenny. Thanks. Yeah, so like Jenny mentioned, the forum, this is the end of our project, and we've been for the past 6 months connecting and sharing and learning from folks from, you know, Zoom. Like originally it was just supposed to be sort of like in the West Shore, and obviously, you know, one of the upsides, I guess, with COVID is that we were able to connect with more people across the island. So we have had wonderful connections with folks from all over the island. So yeah, and that's kind of why bringing today and tomorrow is so important, is because we are going to be able to share some of those with everyone, and everyone that we've kind of connected with will be able to share. And we just hope that it's like a great knowledge sharing event. I've said share like 3 times. That's great. And so yeah, so I'm going to be talking. I'm just going to kind of give everyone an idea of what the next 2 days are going to look like. For those who are just kind of joining us, just so that you know, this is recorded, and we will be recording the sessions. Please feel free to do what feels comfortable. If you want to turn your cameras off, if you want to change your names or be muted, please feel free to do so. And yeah, there's the chat function too, if you don't feel comfortable to speak out loud. So please utilize any of that with any questions or comments. So yeah, like Jenny was saying, this is a knowledge sharing event. It's the 2-day conference with peers and allies, and just a lot of connections from all over the island. We have some really great speakers lined up, and I hope that everyone here can join us for as much as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna show, because it is, that's us, that's not important. Because it is a knowledge sharing event, I created a Google Doc, which we will be sharing in the chat. And the Google Doc is just an opportunity if anybody wants to share any connections or any information that they have, which of course right now for whatever reason I've lost it and can't find it. So I will be sharing that, but we have a Google Doc if you would like to share any resources or any connections, or yeah, just any information that you have about the work that you're doing or the work that you know of. That'll be an opportunity to put that information together so that folks can share and connect over with that. So this is our schedule of events. If you received an email from us, you will have received this welcome package with this schedule of events. If you haven't received this or would like to receive it again, if you want to just if you want to message us in the chat, we can definitely send it out again. But this is just what the weekend looks like. Yeah, so we have after this, we have a speaker from Port Alberni, and then after a bit of a break, we have a speaker joining us from Nanaimo. So yeah, it's just kind of all over, and this is kind of, we'll be running this with kind of like 15-minute intervals for the most part, besides our lunch breaks. Yeah, Jenni, do you want to add anything about the schedule, or is there something that I'm missing? Because I realize I've been talking, but I'm not sure what I'm saying.
You're doing good. Maybe we
you.
could search for that Google Doc at the break, and we could post it in the chat on the break where people can put information in if they want. And yeah, there's just a little bit of a break in between each workshop.
Yes, thank you. I just found it because you started talking, so my brain turned back on because I was able to calm down. So I can now share it with everybody. And copy link. There we go. Did it. Awesome. It's not my first time using a computer, I swear. So yeah, this is kind of what our schedule looks like. Is there any questions so far, or any concerns or comments? And feel free to use the chat as well. I'm going to post the Google Doc in the chat if I can access it. It doesn't like me today. I don't want to come up. Awesome. Okay. So then the last thing that I want to touch on is the gift cards. So it's very exciting. We have gift cards. We have 14 gift cards to give away. And they're all worth $50. So like good chances. We will be sending evaluations to you, and if you fill out an evaluation, and there's a chance at the end to put your contact info, and if you would like to be entered into the draw, you just put your contact info and then you get put in the draw, and then we will draw names, or not names because you just put your contact info. Then we'll draw for someone and you may get a gift card. So that's our fun little thing. Little thank you for everyone who attends. If if you want to fill out the evaluations, which we will be sending out at the end of the forum. So yeah, that's a very, very fun thing. Just keep in mind. But yeah, we're excited about it. We're excited about draws. We were wanting to do draws for a really long time. So we have a draw. We have 14 gift cards. So it's I'm screaming. I probably shouldn't be doing that. So it's very, very awesome. And yeah, before we turn it over here, I just want to say too, if you do have any questions or any concerns, you can email us. It's probably the easiest way. I mean, we're going to be on here all day today and tomorrow, so you can always send us a private chat as well. And yeah, I think yeah, if there's any questions or concerns right now, please let us know. Otherwise, I would love to turn it over to Hermione, which I will introduce her a little bit, and I have a habit of singing, so please bear that in mind. So I'll stop my screen share. Thank you.
Mary Kay says you're doing awesome at hosting.
Oh, thanks, Mary Kay. Mary Kay is from Toronto, so that's very exciting. We have people from all across the country joining us today, or Toronto area, maybe not Toronto. But so I just shared the Google Docs there. It's there if you would like to comment on there, and you can share pictures or photos or links. But right now, I would like to invite our manager, Hermione, to share with us her story. Hermione Jefaris. I pronounced her name right, and I know her name, so that's good. I have been here. I have been working. It's fine. So Hermione was the person who made this project possible in the first place. She supported Jenni and myself through these last 6 months. She provided us with lots of support, and she's the one who hired us in the first place. So I'd like to turn it over to Hermione. Thank you.
It was other people's money that made it possible, but thank you for the acknowledgement. Hello, everybody. My name's Hermione Jefaris. My pronouns are she, her, and I am an uninvited um, visitor, resident of, I currently live out in Sauk Nation territories. Originally, I come from England and have Scottish and English background. So I'm the manager of West Shore AVI right now, and we're located in Langford, BC, and we serve the West Shore area, which runs from the sort of border of Esquimalt through. So our area that we try and serve encompasses both Songhees and Esquimalt territories, as well as Shianu, Sauk, and all the way to Pachidat territories. And I am very grateful and do my best to be respectful of the territories that I live on, and am doing the work that I can do personally and in our workplace to try and promote reconciliation and do the hard work that we as settlers need to do to address racism and to address colonization. Thank you so much for that beautiful welcome, Brianna. That was really beautiful, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so glad that you were able to come today. Thank you. And also Sage and Jenni, and all of the people who have participated in this project so far. I mean, I kind of wanted to say something, yeah, as the manager and the supporter and all that, but more importantly, I wanted to say something as somebody who was given an opportunity as an experiential peer way back when. And I have old friends and new on this workshop today. And a couple of you know me from way back when, which is really lovely. I was a single mom, newly moved back to Canada, doing my best to manage my mental health and substance use challenges. And I saw a job post in the newspaper for a newspaper, hey, back, it was that long ago, for a street outreach worker. And I didn't actually really know what that meant, but I thought I would just try, because I was ready to try and get out in the world. I had basically a grade 9 education, but had done some upgrading at Camosun College and felt ready to try and do some work. So I applied and I was interviewed and started work as a casual at the old Needle Exchange in Commercial Alley here in Victoria, BC. And so I was hired by AVI. And then when the first round of Hep C money came in from Health Canada, as I was living with hepatitis C, I applied for a job and was able to work developing peer education, one of the first peer education groups that happened. And I'm so grateful for that learning opportunity and that growth. And one thing led to another, and we developed a peer education program with my friend and coworker Rebecca, and delivered it into VIRCC, which is the local maximum security jail. Anyway, so one thing led to another, and those of you that know me know that I make this joke on a fairly regular basis, so tolerate me. But I basically, I make jokes about being middle-aged, middle management, middle income, all of those things. And basically the reason that I bring all of this up is just to remind you and myself that all of our experiences in life are really important, and they give us qualities and strengths and things that, maybe the outside world doesn't notice or wouldn't appreciate. But, even the hardships and the pain and the difficulties we go through, the resilience, the survival skills, all of those things that come with lived experience of homelessness, lived experience of sex work, lived experience of substance use, lived experience of mental health and interactions with the mental health system and the criminal justice system, all of those things. Those things are skills and they're attributes and they're gifts, and those things, however painful, are qualities that are transferable skills. And, you know, we're all survivors in our own way. And I just really encourage you to appreciate that in yourself and in each other. And remember that you have lots to give, and your skills and your life are really valuable. You know, maybe it's not your goal to be middle-aged and middle management at a nonprofit. Totally understandable. It has its own challenges, but I just want to offer my appreciation to all of you that are participating today, and my thanks for all of the things that you do in your own lives and in your own communities. And yeah, just encourage you, don't give up, and don't give up on each other. You know, I wouldn't have wanted to meet me in a dark alley, as my mother would say back in the day. I don't think any of us, including myself, would have foreseen that this is the path my life would end up taking. And so, yeah, who knows what the future holds? It's weird times, it's dark times right now, but hang in there. And thank you for being a part of this. And thank you for being willing to share your stories and your gifts. And I hope that you have a really great 2-day forum. I'm going to be in and out because I have work that I need to get done, unfortunately, because I'd be much happier to just hang out with you. But thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak as well. And I wish you all very well. Cheers.
Cheers, Hermione.
Thank you.
It's nice to learn
Thanks.
from you and hear from you. Yeah, I feel very comfortable around you and held in your words. So thank you. I'm glad you made it here. I'm glad we're all here.
Yes, totally. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing, and thank you everybody for being here and for sharing everything in the chat as well. I don't know if Hermione, if you can see the chat, but that was awesome. Thank you. And love and solidarity came up after you spoke. So just wanted to share that. So yeah, that's kind of the main points of our opening today, unless I'm missing something, which I could check my notes, so that might be good. I think that's everything that we really need to cover. But yeah, if you would like, if you didn't get a welcome package from us and you would like one, if you want to just put your email in the chat, that way too, we can send you evaluations to be entered into the draws. So that would be exciting. Yes, totally. Come along, share, and be here, everybody. Yeah, and just really appreciate everyone being here. The next speaker that we have is Brandy. She's going to be joining us from Port Alberni, and it's at 11:15. So we have a little bit more space right now than planned, but better to have more of a break than not have a break. So yeah, Jenni, is there anything that you wanted to add to what I was saying, or any thoughts?
I'm just wondering if anyone has any questions so far, or if anyone wants to share anything. There's a bit of time.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you want to share what brings you here today, please feel free to.
Otherwise, yeah. Oh, Monty, you're speaking, but I think you're muted. Can't hear you.
That me?
Oh, someone. All right. Yes, please go ahead. Whoever.
Well, I will start because I know I'm not
Awesome.
muted, and I'm sorry if I'm cutting somebody else off. I think somebody else was trying to speak actually, so I apologize. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can, and we can go
Oh,
back to Monty
okay.
after
Oh,
this.
sorry,
No, we
Monty.
can go after this. I think that like, there's just technical things, but go ahead,
Okay.
Keisha.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hi. Oki Nitani Kugayu. I just said hello. My name is Bear in my Blackfoot language, which I'm slowly learning. And I wasn't able to participate in the peer leadership project as I wanted to, but I really believe as peers, I'm here as a lived experience person, and I just hope to learn more about the project, as well as get inspiration from all of the different people who are working together. And networking is really what draws me um, to these different types of forums, as well as to learn, because you all carry so much information that I need, as I can pass it on to other peers that, aren't here and are maybe, not connected in the same way. And I just feel like that's such an important thing for me to do. So that's part of the reason why I'm here. And I'm also here just to support you, Jenni and Sage, because I know how hard it is to run a project, just get it up and run it off the ground. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for having me. And I look forward to hearing from everybody and learning today and tomorrow.
Thank you, Keisha. Thank you. That was beautiful. Monty, did you want to try to share? Is it working now? Oh, we still can't hear you. I can see you're talking. If you have headphones, it might be because they're connected or something. Sometimes that happens.
I'm happy to share.
Oh yeah, sure. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm really thankful and grateful for your stories and for welcoming everyone into the space. My name's Olvi. I'm originally my family immigrated here from Hong Kong, but I grew up on Anishinaabe territories in Ontario, and I call Manitoba-Minising Manitoulin Island my home. And I've been here in Victoria for 3 years now, and I'm doing my master's at University of Victoria, but I'm also a nurse, and I've been working mainly in public health and then also in harm reduction and outreach. So I work with an organization right now called Doctors of the World, and we run a mobile health clinic in Victoria, and we just go to all the different shelters and food banks and just meeting folks where they're at, outside their tents, or just I think we're very much just trying to figure out what folks need at this time, and trying to be there. And I'm just happy to be here and listen to your stories and see how I can be a better partner and community member and just a peer support person. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear where everyone's coming from. That's so nice. Thank you.
Monty, you want to try? Go for it. Oh, can't hear you. Has this happened before? No.
Sometimes if you go to your mic in the corner, here's a fun tech thing if anyone needs to know, but if you go to your mic and you go to the little arrow up, sometimes you have to select a microphone that's different than the one that it's currently using, if per chance. Or
that little arrow up from the microphone.
Yeah, if that makes sense. It gives you a menu. Will come up and it'll show you different options for your microphone. sometimes sometimes with headphones too, it can connect to headphones but not be connected to. Yeah, that's weird.
Or maybe the settings on your computer.
Oh, if anyone, yeah, sometimes have to leave. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Feel free to type your
Type
thing
you up.
in the chat.
Yeah.
Does
So sure.
anyone we'll wait to hear. Great.
So Mary Kay just shared, I can read it out if you don't mind, Mary Kay. So it says, there's a lot of noise in my world, fire test, but I wanted to say how much I appreciate the wisdom being shared today. I also appreciate being able to participate from Toronto. We have a similar project at my workplace. It's called Street Health, and I'm really excited to hear about your work through this project. Thank you, Mary Kay. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. With the weird time change, I'm sure that I don't even know. Montes, I want to acknowledge all of your demonstration of leadership in the form of welcoming, introducing, and supporting. XO face or XO hug. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Does anyone else want to share? Oh, Ben from T. Also excited is 1:45 here. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you.
Brianna?
Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm joining in without video because it's just kind of like complicated here.
Yeah.
I work at ABI here in Victoria. I work in another organization called Mental Health Recovery Partners. I am somebody who is from originally Montreal, which is Mohawk territory. I came here to go to social work school and I got my MSW, but it's a choice for me to continue working in harm reduction, frontline work, which I've been doing for almost 20 years now. In many ways, I operate as a secret peer. I have the logistics of being somebody who has a social work degree now, but before that, I was just going on fumes and history. So I'm very, very stoked to be joining in at the tail end of this project to witness all the power that you folks are bringing together via the internet right now, and feel very humbled to be a part of this presentation today.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that. That's yeah, I appreciate your perspective brought in. Thank you.
Danielle's also joining us from Toronto, Street Health as well, and she's excited to be here. So thanks, Danielle. Yeah. Does anybody else want to share? Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Hi.
Paige. I guess I'll go. I used to work with Solid, which is a local drug users group in Victoria. However, I was stigmatized out of it, along with most mothers that were working there who use substances, which was really disappointing. And it hurt on more than a personal level. It was like it just really hit like my soul, my insides, inside and out. And so some of us have grouped together to try and just like gain our strength back. But so when I heard about your project, I was really interested to know that there's still peers out there, that there's still strong leaders out there that are doing the good work and giving us a voice. And right now I sit on the Provincial Drug Users Union, BC Yukon. So I've really found a lot of strength in that, but I'm really interested to hear what you guys are doing locally and see how we can help support you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for being vulnerable and sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's not enough peer leaders. I'd say that there needs to be so much more, but like through doing this project, we're like, wow, there's a lot of people stepping up and doing really good work too. And it's nice to see. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's definitely a important reason for this existing is peers don't get enough recognition, and we just want to say like, yeah, the folks that we've connected with, like they're doing so much work that they won't even say how much that they're doing sometimes, but they're doing a lot, and we just really appreciate being able to have the connections that we've had. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Does anyone else want to share? I don't pressure. I just if anyone has any other final thoughts and hasn't been able to speak, or.
Well, I could say a little bit about peer work. I didn't know what it was about 3 years ago when I moved out here. And I come from Alberta, a place called Pigeon Lake, and lived in Calgary for the last 30 years or so. And I cleaned up my act about 15 years ago and reconnected with my family. And 3 years ago, I moved out here with my daughter and my grandson, and got involved with AVI, which was a fantastic experience. Yeah, I ended up doing some volunteering at AVI. I took a Hep C leadership course, and that facilitated me going to work for AVI. I've been with AVI for the last couple of years, I think, and it's been a great experience. I've also helped start an organization called iHeart, the Indigenous Harm Reduction Team, and we've been doing a lot of outreach for the last year or so. Again, 3 years ago, I had no idea that anything like this existed. In Alberta, there's very little support for people with substance abuse, mental health problems, that type of thing. Certainly not what I see going on in BC here. And after 40 years of kind of a sketchy life, could be successful because of a lot to do with my addictions and lifestyles and that type of thing. But coming out here and being able to give back to the community after not really being a particularly great citizen, and I feel like I have a lot to offer in as a peer. I could relate to a lot of people, and the last 3 years have been a great experience for me. I've met some wonderful people. I work with some fantastic people. I've seen and done things that I had no idea that I'd ever do. I've learned so much about Hep C, about outreach, about harm reduction, and yeah, it's been a great experience. This peer forum is a great way for me to meet other peers and see the work that they're doing, and I just feel a part of a great group of people that are actually doing something positive in this world. That feels really good. Hope to continue on, and great. I'm proud to work with all you people and get to know some of you people. And yeah, it's just a great feeling to know that there's a lot of wonderful people out there doing this great work. And I'm here to learn as much as I can and make connections and support people and just do whatever I can to going forward. And thanks for putting this forum together. I think it's a great way for a lot of us to connect and see what everyone's doing and support and know that we're in it. There's a lot of people doing this work and needs to be more, but it's a great start. Um, that's probably about all I have to say for right now. And thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you. Go ahead, Jenni. You were going to speak.
Oh, I don't know. I was just gonna say thank you. I love hearing your story and resonate a lot with your words. And thank you for recognizing like the positive work that's being done and the positive role that you play. I think it's very important to focus on those things. Yeah, so it's about we're getting close to 11. So we just want to remind you all, if you do want to connect further, there is a Google Doc. Sage posted it in the chat. So if you want to share your contact information with each other, feel free to do it on the chat too. It's just going to be recorded. So if it's shared, just know that it would be public. So using that Google Doc, if you'd like to share and connect with each other further, is a good place to go. And then, yeah, if there's any final words before we close our opening here and have a little bit of a break before Brandy comes on.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenni. Yeah, I just want to say thank you again to everyone for being here. Yeah, we are going to take a 15-minute break right now, and you might just see that you might go into the waiting room during the breaks, but you'll be admitted as soon as the talk starts. That's just for us to make sure the tech's working with the next presenter. Yeah, really appreciate everyone being here. And I hope this is yeah, I hope this is everything you want it to be. I don't know. It's Christmas. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna stop recording now. And